Everyone, welcome once again to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this kaftan design with stone at the lower part and at the sleeve area. So you'll be needing 4 yards for this, 4 yards of any material you want. So first thing first, you'll be folding your fabric into two. You cut for the front and the back separately. So for the front measurements is showing on the screen, the back also is showing on the screen. So you cut it, you'll be folding using the biggest part of the body, which is the hip. So you fold an iron, cut your front and your back like so. So this is the back for me. I've already cut down the front, and the length for the back is 40, while the length for the front is 42. So unfold, I folded using the biggest part. Unfold is 17 because the person is big. So I'm just going to cut like so, as you can see me doing. So the back is longer than the front, so I'll place the front on top of the back after cutting. So I place the front on top of the back like so I can create the shoulder slants. So I'm going to make sure they align at all the edges, make sure they align together. So the back is bigger than the front, is longer than the front by 4 inches. So now it's for me to go down at this top part. I'll take 3.5 inches shoulder slants, as you can see me doing in the video. Then I'll connect it to the edge. So I'm going to connect using my ruler, connect the line. I went down from the edge point. Sorry guys, not too clear at this point. So I'm going to cut that out. This is the shoulder slants, both the back and the front. I placed them together, they went down by 3.5 inches. Then I'll drag the front to meet the back. This is what I'm doing here. I'll drag the front to meet the back after slanting the top part by 3.5 inches. So after dragging it, you can see, look at the front part, you see that the back is longer than the front at the top part. So what I'm going to do now, this front part I'll take down 1 inches. So let me bring the camera closer so you will see. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the front on top of the back. So I'm going to go down by 1 inches. I'm doing this so that the back will sit perfectly on the front. So I'll go down by 1 inches for the front. I'll connect it, then fold the back to sit on the front. So this is the line where the back will sit on the front. This is the back. I'll fold it like so on that 1 inches that I went down from the front. So I'm going to place it like this and give it a nice press. So after ironing it, you can see it's sitting well on top of the front. I'm going to give it a nice thin press. So after ironing it, it's going to look like this. So now it's for us to take our shoulder to shoulder. So I'll be taking the shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder for this client is 22. I'll divide that by 2. Then I'm going to add half inches. Half inches will be for the sewing allowance to join with the sleeve, so that part will be free. So I'm just going to mark like so. I'll mark it down, take that same 11.5, mark it straight down and connect. So I'll use my ruler to connect this. So after doing this, I'm going to take my armhole measurements. You can either use your biceps. When you use your biceps, round of your bicep to be too tight. So in this case, I use the shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is 11. I remove that half inches. So that's what I'll use. So I use 11 as my armhole length. The measurement for the shoulder to shoulder, I use that, remove half inches and use 11, the exact 11. Or you can use your bicep divided by 2, anyone that works for you. The bicep is usually tight, and this customer is elderly, I want it free. Then I'll find the midpoint of this armhole so I can go in by 1 inches. So I went in by 1 inches for the front. The back I came out by half inches. So I'm just going to connect and create my armhole curve. So I'll go up by this point at 1 inches so I can create my armhole curve. Then divide my chest by 4 inches, then add 1 inches. So I'll place it on the armhole line like so. Add my 1 inches allowance to it so it will be free. add the 1 inches allowance, and I'll connect to create my armhole curve. So from that point, I'll connect it to the armhole curve like so. You can use your free hand. So I'll connect like this. So when I'm cutting, I'll first of all cut the back side before cutting the front. Take note of that. First of all, cut your back before you cut the front. So now we'll focus on the neck. The neck cutting is, the round neck for this client is 20. So I'm going to divide 20 by 4. That figure I get, which is 5 inches, that will be the length of the neck. Then the width, I'll divide that same 5 inches by 2, which will give me 2.5. This is not standard because you might do this and you might not get the total number. So you have to do it over and over again till you get the accurate figure, which is your neck divided by 2, which is supposed to be 10. So by the time you take it round, you should get your exact 10. So if you use 5 inches width and 2.5 inches depth, you're not still getting your total figure, which is supposed to be 10. In this case, we do it again. Maybe increase the width to 3 inches, or you increase the length to 5 inches, but best to increase the width to 3.5 inches. But most times it's better to cut your neck when you've joined the back and the front together. To me, I feel that gives it a good fitting. So I'm just going to mark like so I can create like a square shape and create that curve for the neck. So I'm just going to use my free hand to create that curve for the neck. You can see this is how it's going to look. Then this is what I'm talking about. You take your measurements again. 20 divided by 2 is supposed to give me 10. So at first I didn't get the exact figure, so I increased the width of the neck to 2.7 inches, as you can see me doing. So I increased the width to 2.7 inches, which gave me the exact figure of 10 that I'm looking for. So also I used 2.5 inches, but it was too small. It didn't get to 9 and 10 inches, it was 9.7. So I increased the width a little bit. Then I created my curve. Then I took the measurement back. So after doing the second time, I got the total, which was 10 accurate. So this is how it's going to be after cutting. You only cut the front part and leave the back part. So to cut the back, you raise the back of the neck up and go down by 1 inches, so you can cut it round. So when you're cutting the neck for the front, you raise the back up and you raise the front up. You must not cut the back and the front neck together. So this is what I'm doing. This is the back. I raised it up so I can create that slant for the back, round and curve for the back like so. I went down by 1 inches from this point and just curved it. So that's that for the back neckline. So for the fitting for the kaftan, from the shoulder to the waist of the, which is the tummy, is 18 inches. From the shoulder to the hip point is 26 inches for this client. So this is the hem line. I'm going to be folding this by 1 inch. So I went up by 2 inches, as you can see me doing. I went up by 2 inches, so I can, from these 2 inches, I'm going to measure the opening at the sleeve area, because men's kaftan usually have like opening by the side, so it will be free for them to move. So I went upward by 10 inches. You can go as far as 12 inches, then depend on how open you want the sleeve to be. So I use 10 inches. So these points is where I'll mark my hip when I'm taking my round horizontal measurements. So I'll take note of that mark, which will be the hip measurement. So I've taken my chest measurement. As you can see, chest divided by 4, I added 1.5 inches. Then the tummy area, I'm going to divide the tummy by 4, and add 1.5 inches to an allowance. This client has like a big stomach, so I'm just going to make it straight because of the stomach is big. So there's no need like creating a shape. So I'm just going to make everything to be the same, straight to the, because the tummy and the hip are the same thing. So this is the hip area. I'll take my round hip measurement, divide that by 4, and add 1 inches and 1.5 inches to an allowance like so. Just going to mark like this. I just wanted the kaftan to have excess in case if the customer wanted it bigger than this in future. So at this vent point, which is the opening, I'm just going to mark my hip measurement there. they add my 1.5 inches sewing allowance like so, and then mark it straight up. Then I'll take it to the weaving machine and weave all sides. So this basically is just for the cutting part and how I did the stoning work on it, because that's just the basic step for this tutorial. That's what I'll be focusing on. The sewing part is not really necessary, so I'll fold that allowance by 1 inches like so. So that's that. I'll take to the weaving machine table now and weave everything, then cut this out. So for the neck, I'll cut the neck. Remember to raise the front up when you're cutting the back. So let's go to the next part. So the next part is me fixing the stoning. So I'm just going to be placing the stoning on top of the board so I can create the design that I want to place on the kaftan. So after doing that, I transferred it to the transfer sheet, then from the transfer sheet to the clothes. So first of all, I have to use like my hand to create the design, because this specific board doesn't have single design. So you have to cut it one by one and place on the fabric, just as you can see me doing. Then use your iron to hold it first before using the heat transfer machine to hold everything together. So this iron is just a guide on how I'm creating the design with my hands. So after doing that, I'll take it to the ironing table and use a soldering iron to open the holes. The next is to take it to the transfer machine and heat it properly using the heat transfer machine. So that's just the basic step of how this was made, guys. So thank you so much for watching to this part. Please like and subscribe to my channel. God bless you. See you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.